AnnaLynne McCord in many movies and television shows, but now she's starring in what she calls one of the most important roles of her life.
That's right. AnnaLynne is shining the spotlight on human trafficking of young women and girls as the president of the Together One Heart Foundation. AnnaLynne, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming out here. So we admire what you're doing here, but some people may not know you actually had a really painful experience in your past and you wanted to kind of, let it be public and known.
Yeah, I think it's really important. And so in 2014, Cosmo did an expose and allowed me to tell my story for the first time about assault that the assault I remembered actually a year ago. On the 16th, a couple of days ago, I had memories come back during treatment, EMDR treatment, which is for PTSD, of child sexual abuse. And thankfully, we're talking about this topic, and thankfully, you're having this conversation. I like to do it in a really candid way. I like to talk about the facts, talk about the details, talk about the science and what it does to your brain and your body, so that we feel less like it's us and more like it's how we react when you internalize that it's your fault. That's a form of slavery that I'm fighting on a different level, of the mind. And so kind of this theme had been going throughout my life of fighting slavery over here, but also dealing with personal slavery of how I was locked inside this prison in my own mind. And having conversations about that, doing TED Talks, talking at colleges, talking with you guys.
Yeah.
And talking about what we can do and how we can move past it. I'm full of love and light, and I think I'm worth something now.
Well, what do you think? What do you recommend? Like, what do you do to move past that? What do you say?
There's been a lot of personal work and stuff. The founder of my organization, Somali, who works in Cambodia, survivor of human trafficking herself, I've worked with organizations in Africa, Haiti, around the world. I've never seen a program that's so dedicated to the long term. And it's this cliche thing called love and forgiveness. I know it sounds really crazy, but Dr. Dan Siegel, I'm a groupie for neuroscientists, I like celebrities, I like neuroscientists, and he says, forgiveness is giving up all hope that the past can ever be changed. I gave up hope that my past can change, and now it's about what I can do. I've been able to save so many lives and work with so many young women and men who feel like me, that they don't want to live on this planet anymore, and be able to help them find that path and journey. So we heal each other. Meditation, mindful practice,
such a big one.
finding a sense of meaning. I knew what I loved to do as an actress. I needed a why, and this is my why.
Yeah. And what do you make of the whole climate now where people are free to talk about victimization and these things that happen in Hollywood and I guess in any industry right now?
Oh, I'm so thankful. We've been waiting a long time for this. But I do think we have to, with campaigns like Me Too, which have allowed our voices to be heard, we do have to have caution. We have to look at, the side of things when people are wrongfully accused. I always say, if your child comes home, your daughter says, "Mommy, I was raped," what do you do? But if your son comes home and says, "Mommy, I was wrongfully accused," what do you do? We have to, be able to talk about these conversations, and we take the taboo out of it. I think that's what we're starting to do. The more we can work on the healing side, justice is important. I'm on the healing side, because once we get to healing, we can talk about it without the anger and the self-hatred that we then can project negative vibrations out in the world versus the positive side. So kind of coming together and uniting that voice in a positive way, I think, is important.
Well, what you do is so great. Let's talk about your movie.
Yes.
Yeah, life goes on. You got the
and then we need an escapism from all this.
Exactly. And this is a crazy, crazy movie.
So thriller, I want to say a psycho thriller, kind of, right?
Psycho thriller.
Yes, it's pretty intense.
That's
It's tone deaf is the movie. And was this scary? Was this fun? What was it like to be in this movie?
Well, so I've worked with this director since his very first film. He actually made me sign in writing that I would never not do his films for the rest of my life. So in this one, I have 3 very important lines. I'm doing a cameo. But I work with Amanda Cruz, who actually is dating my first boyfriend on 90210, Dustin Milligan.
Wow.
And so she goes through the journey of the crazy madness. And Robert Patrick is he's next level, right? She said he was so so scary sometimes.
I know. I saw the clips and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore.
There's definitely jump scares, but it's also if you have a morbid sense of humor, which I do. If you don't, maybe don't see the film. But there's a lot of comedic undertones, and it's calling out the political climate, the issues right now, and kind of the millennial dynamic of like, oh my God, guys.
Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to catch it. It's coming out this week. And we're so inspired by everything you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.